Hey there. Do you ever feel like you're just banging your head against the wall? That you're not making any progress in something that you're working so hard to do? Well, I'm Danielle Burnock from DanielleBurnock.com. Love yourself from Survive to Thrive, that lady on the internet who loves you. And I'm here to encourage you and tell on myself at the same time because I have been feeling like I have been banging my head against the wall in the area of my business and in getting my message out to people. And it's not like I haven't been doing anything or I haven't been making any progress, because I have. I have reached a lot of people. I have a goal of reaching 1 million people by my 65th birthday, and I'm almost halfway there. So it's not nothing. But still, I would do things and it's like, really? That was the result I got of that? And I got so frustrated. And do you ever feel like that? Do you feel like you work on something and you work on something, you work on something, and you get like 25% results or 50% results? And it's not like it's not working, but it's just not working well. And then if you're a believer like me, the Bible tells us that we have favor, and that if God is leading us to do something, then we're going to have favor and we're going to be blessed in that thing that we're doing. And I have been through that, feeling like I have it at times, but then I was talking with some friends of mine, a few friends of mine, and I told them it's like I would get like a little teaspoonful of encouragement. And then I would keep going, and then I would get really frustrated again, and I would just pray. I'm going, God, what's going on? And I would get like a teaspoonful of encouragement. And so I knew that I was on the right track, but I wasn't getting where I was trying to go or something, and I was really frustrated. And then recently, my business mentor, Carrie Oberbrunner, has been sharing some things that he's doing, and he spoke out of the part in the Bible of Luke chapter 5, when Jesus came to speak to the people, and he was on the edge of the sea, I think of Galilee. It's not important so much in this story, but he got into Peter's boat, and the fishermen, Peter was a fisherman, they'd already come in, because they would fish at night. They'd already come in and they were washing their nets, and they hadn't caught anything, and they were probably very frustrated. You spend a whole night working and coming in empty-handed would be very frustrating. And so they're there on the beach washing their nets, probably going rah, 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 grumbling perhaps, because they're going to go home and maybe get some sleep and maybe get something to eat, hopefully. But then after Jesus, he gets in a boat and he asks Peter to let him use his boat, and he uses a boat and he talks to the people. And then when he's all done, Jesus wants to bless Peter, because that's what Jesus does. And he says to Peter, launch out into the deep. And Peter's like, excuse me, we just finished fishing all night long, and you don't fish during the day, you fish at night, and we didn't catch anything. And you want me to go out where it's deep, because you're supposed to fish where it's shallow, in the deep, in the day, after there's no fish in the sea. But Peter was like, really, like, seriously? But he said, because you say so, I'm going to do it. And so he listens to Jesus, and he does what Jesus tells him to do. And he goes out into the deep, and he puts his net into the water, and he gets so much fish in this net that he has to call for his partners to come and bring another boat to get all this fish. And Peter's just astounded by this, and he just falls at Jesus' feet and says, depart from me, and all of that. But then that's the point that I want to make here, is not what Peter did so much, is they had been frustrated, and then Jesus told them to do something other than what they had been doing. And that's what I found in my life. I have been reaching for people and getting people and helping people. I'm sure there are many nights that Peter caught lots of fish. He didn't get no fish every night. I'm sure he got lots of fish. It's what he did for a living. And I have been successful in many things, but I have been very frustrated. Like, I've had times where I come in and I feel like I'm washing my nets and I'm frustrated, but I have felt like the Lord has been prompting me to launch out into the deep. And what does that mean? What does that even mean for me? Because I'm not a fisherman. It means to go somewhere I have been avoiding. And that's what I want to bring up to you. Have you been banging your head against the wall on some issue? And I want you to pause and look at your life and see, have you been avoiding doing something? Have you been avoiding it because you're afraid? Have you been avoiding it because you think it won't work? Have you been avoiding it for any reason at all other than, it's illegal or wrong, because then you should avoid things that are illegal or wrong. But I have been avoiding taking my message into the church because of my church trauma. And the Lord has been leading me to do that and coaxing me and bringing people, because he's so gracious and so gentle. He doesn't push. Jesus didn't, push Jesus off the boat or anything. He said the word to him, and Peter listened, and Peter was blessed because of it. And I have been listening and moving in that direction for a while, and I had an amazing opportunity just last night to go into a church and share my books and share my message, and it was just so satisfying to my soul, because I felt like I had done what Jesus had told me to do. And I believe I'm going to have a big result, because I want to reach so many people. I had some wonderful connections with people last night, just hearing their stories and how they have not even shared their stories because of shame and other things, just like I did before the Lord healed me of it. And I want to help people heal. I want to help you heal so that you can do what your dream. You can launch out in the deep and do what you are called to do, whatever that is. Whether you're launching out in the deep is to go into speaking or to write a book or to invite someone over for dinner, whatever that deep is for you that you might have been avoiding because you've been afraid, I want to encourage you to do it anyways. Even if you're afraid, do it anyways. Take just one step in that direction and pray about it. If you're a person of faith, pray about it. I'm a person of faith. I love Jesus, and he is my life, and he helps me do everything, and he would love to help you too. But I know people have issues with that. I had a big issue with that. Like I just said, I've been avoiding the church because of trauma in the church. So if you've had trauma in the church, reach out to me and see if maybe I can help you get rid of all that yuck and pain from something that ought not be there, because there should not be trauma in the church, but I know there is so much of it. But that is not from God, that's from people who mess up in life. And so I want to encourage you to take a step in the direction of something you've been avoiding. If you've been banging your head against the wall, not making progress, do something different, because we know that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Well, I keep changing what I've been doing, but I still kept running into a wall until I'm making this change of doing something I've been afraid of. So I want to encourage you to do it afraid and see the results that come. And so until next time, I'm Danielle Bernack from DanielleBernack.com. Love yourself from Survive to Thrive. Mwah. I love you.